What have you learned about LeBron James being his coach that you didn't know competing against him? What have you learned?
I just think it's different to see his IQ up front and his leadership, his ability to figure out a game or figure out a stretch of the season or figure out a playoff series. I've never been around a winner of this level. I don't know if the game has ever seen someone that knows how to win at this level. He just has a great intellect for the game. And, it's something that competing against him, but it's just different when you see it up close.
Can you give me an example of that IQ? Something that you're like, okay, I just saw that.
Well,
anything?
I just think you see it on a daily basis, whether it's in game, something that's hurting us, like, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. It's like having another assistant coach out there, or if it's a stretch of the season. For instance, most recently with Anthony being out, he was carrying a heavy load, and we knew we were going to be in a period where we had to adjust, and learn to live without Anthony. And he had the mindset, like, after we came out of the gates and lost a couple in a row, that he wanted to play more in the low post and at the elbow. You know what I mean? And defer some of the ball handling responsibilities during a stretch while Anthony is out, while we were shorthanded. And, that type of shift in our offensive philosophy has given us some growth and allowed us to get some traction.
Yeah, and for me, Frank Vogel here on the Rich Eisen Show, when I was on SportsCenter when I was doing highlights of his high school games. And it's just amazing to me to hear, like last night, oldest player to ever have back-to-back triple-doubles. And I'm like, I can't believe we're talking about LeBron James as the oldest anything, but here we are. He's 36. He's played half his life as an NBA player, 18th season. He doesn't show any signs of doing anything different. And then there's the sense that you just mentioned is another assistant coach in the huddle. But how? Because you, I'm sure you've heard all the conjecture and all the yip-yap in my business. Can't tell LeBron what to do as a coach. And sometimes you might have to, as a coach, say, great idea, but let's try it my way. How does that nuance work between you and LBJ, Frank Vogel?
No, he's been terrific in that regard. It really has been a partnership between myself and him and our coaching staff. We collaborate on decisions on a daily basis. We include both Anthony and LeBron, our two captains, our two cornerstones. With many of the sort of what you call fence decisions, that we make throughout the course of the season, whether it's a game plan or when to travel or, whether we should have, practice or shoot arounds or whatnot, and, measuring work versus rest, those types of things, because, the only thing that matters to those guys is winning, so, we've had a great partnership, plenty of times where, he or Anthony would feel one thing, and we say, hey, we got to work, or hey, we got to double team, or we got to run, this type of action, and they'll listen and work together with us. It really has been a great partnership, since our coaching staff was put together here in LA, and hopefully it leads to another positive playoff run.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.